Need some coins for that God Squad you've always wanted? Check out rockbottomcoins.com for your one-stop shop of buying or selling coins and solo grinding services. Use code Zirksee at checkout for 10% off your order.
The whole thing wobbin', wobbin'. When I come around, got the whole thing wobbin'.
What's going on, guys? It's Zirksee coming at you today with another YouTube video, and today we're going over my Team of the Year predictions. Now, the Team of the Year promo probably this year will drop somewhere around the 21st, somewhere around there. I believe the Team of the Year promo should be coming out. It should come out after the playoff promo, but I wanted to do my Team of the Year predictions a little bit sooner. But with that being said, guys, you have to remember, for the Team of the Year promo, it's not necessarily the best players. Now, yes, they can add in some of the best guys, but it's usually not going to be someone that you think is going to win MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, Offensive Player of the Year. Players like that, they usually don't get these cards because EA knows they're going to have to drop a card pretty dang soon on them for the NFL honors. So that is why you will not be seeing a select few players, including Aaron Donald. In my opinion, I feel like he's basically a lock for the Defensive Player of the Year with how he's been playing. So personally, he's not on this list just because I feel like he's going to get that. And also some other players. And also keep in mind what day this video is actually going live. This should be going up on December 30th. So if one of these guys happens to get an upgrade, we see him right now, and sometime between Team of the Year, obviously, and they're not going to be in the Team of the Year promo. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get right into my Team of the Year predictions. Now, I gotta say, luckily, I was lucky enough to not actually release this video the day before you guys have seen it because I had Russell Wilson here. But now that Russell Wilson just got that limited time card, I am going to be going with Deshaun Watson for my quarterback. Now, I do have a couple of honorable mentions in here. Of course, I know some people are going to say Breeze, Mahomes. I feel like both those guys have a chance to win MVP. Rodgers, he just got a limited time card. And, of course, Tom Brady. Now, Brady hasn't really played the best, like he hasn't had his best season ever, but he's definitely still a possibility for this. But I feel like he could be receiving a playoff card because he only has a 92 overall card. And then, of course, Jared Goff was another person that I really thought about putting here, but he really has slumped the past couple weeks. He hasn't played the greatest, and I feel like Deshaun Watson is a pretty solid pick. So I'm going with Deshaun Watson for the quarterback. I believe he will be a 95 overall. They usually give the QB not the highest overall card, but one of the higher. So I feel like Watson, 95 overall. A lot of people would like that card. Now, next up is going to be the running backs and the fullbacks. So for fullback, honestly, I didn't know who to put here. So we're going with James Devlin, just because Devlin. And the running backs, I'm going with James Conner and Joe Mixon. Now, there's some other players that are in consideration for this. Now, usually, they don't do rookies that much. So, Phillip Lindsay is a possibility, but they really don't tend to do rookies at all for these. I believe last year we actually did have, I think we had a Myles Garrett, and I think we had one other, but he wasn't really even a Team of the Year. He was a rookie standout, I believe, but they kind of included that in the Team of the Year promo. So for the running backs, I feel like James Conner and Joe Mixon, more than likely, either going to be one of them, or if they decide to drop two running backs, they can go with those. I picked those two just because I feel like they definitely deserve to have this card, and they don't have the highest overall cards in the game. So if they want to go with 94 overall for the running backs, Mixon or Conner. Now, next up is going to be the wide receivers and the tight end. So for tight end, we're going with Kittle. I honestly feel like he was just to be honest, maybe the best tight end in the league this year besides Travis Kelce and Zach Ertz. So Ertz is another possibility for tight end, in my opinion, between Ertz and Kittle. It just depends on really what EA decides to do there. But for the wide receivers, we'll go with Mike Evans, DeAndre Hopkins, and Michael Thomas. Now, these guys were, in my opinion, probably the best wide receivers in the NFL. As of right now, at the time of recording this video anyways, Mike Evans is number 3 in the NFL for receiving yards. Now, of course, Julio Jones, Antonio Brown. Julio just got a new card, and Antonio Brown just got a new card. So that basically limited my picks here. And I thought DeAndre Hopkins might actually get a Christmas edition card too, but he ended up not. So I am going to be going with Mike Evans, DeAndre Hopkins, and of course, Michael Thomas. And on to the offensive linemen. Now, personally, I really hope one of these comes true. Left tackle, we're going with Alejandro Villanueva. Hopefully I said that correctly. Left guard, Kalichi Asmeli. Right guard is going to be Zach Martin. Right tackle, Ryan Ramczyk. And for the center is going to be Rodney Hudson. I basically just went with some guys that don't have the highest overall cards in the game right now. Zach Martin, I believe, has a 91 or 92 overall heavyweight. So he's not super high overall, but I believe all these offensive linemen probably will be from the ranges of 94 to 96. So yeah, looks like a pretty solid offensive line. Now getting into the defense, we're going to start off at right end. And you guys can see right there, we have Chris Jones. This man broke the record for most consecutive sacks in a row, like every single week. This man absolutely killed it. He definitely deserves to get a Team of the Year upgrade. Defensive tackle, honestly, defensive tackle was kind of a hard one. I originally was going to go with Geno Atkins and Fletcher Cox. Geno Atkins just got a new card, so obviously not going to be Geno. But Fletcher Cox and Sheldon Rankins are going to be my two picks for defensive tackle. And then at left end, probably one of the most underrated players in the NFL, to be honest, is Akeem Hicks. So two super underrated defensive ends, Akeem Hicks and Chris Jones. Both those guys. Fletcher Cox, I feel like, is in need of an upgrade, and a lot of Eagles fans want to see a new Fletcher Cox. Now onto the linebacking core. As you guys can see, a right outside linebacker, we're going with TJ Watt. Now, is it possible they drop multiple outside linebackers? 1-3-4, 1-4-3? Yeah, I mean, if they wanted to. Or they can do one pass rusher and one coverage guy. But I really felt like both these guys really deserved it. Von Miller and TJ Watt. I feel like both those guys, a lot of people would enjoy seeing those cards. And at middle linebacker, we're going with Demario Davis, who in my opinion is one of the most underrated linebackers in the NFL. And I didn't really know who else to go with here, to be honest. I mean, like, Kuechly already has a pretty high overall card. We already have the Bobby Wagner as well. They could... it's tough to say because literally Kuechly and Bobby Wagner both have 95 overall cards, I believe. I know for a fact Kuechly just got one, and Wagner has that limited time card. So other middle linebackers, looking at it, basically it was between Demario Davis and maybe Jalen Smith, because he has played pretty good. He's like number 5, I think. Pro Football Focus has him ranked at. But he's got a 90 overall, 0 chill. So I do believe the middle linebacker will be Demario Davis. Should be a pretty solid card, but of course, everyone's more excited about the Von Miller. And on to the secondary. Now, I literally say this guy's name wrong every single time, and I'm probably going to say it again. Damontae Kazee? I hope I said that correctly. Cornerback, number 2. Anyways, we're going with Xavier Howard. He had a very underrated season, and honestly had a very quality season, and I feel like a lot of Dolphins fans have been waiting for him. I thought for sure he was going to get like a Team of the Week defensive hero. He had a couple of games where he just played absolutely amazing, had a couple interceptions or something, and I felt like he should have got a defensive hero, so I think Team of the Year, kind of an underrated pick there. Strong safety, we're going with Adrian Amos. I would love to have a new Amos. This man is an absolute stud, and I have him on the team currently. His Team of the Week boss item, powered up, absolutely amazing, great hit power, great zone, good speed. He's absolutely crazy. And for the cornerback, number 1, we're going with Jalen Ramsey. Honestly, I feel like Ramsey just, in general, needs a new upgrade. And he has a Team Diamond card, but he hasn't had another upgrade besides that. And I don't see him getting one in the playoff promo since the Jags aren't going to make the playoffs. So Ramsey's Team of the Year, to me, if EA wants to hype it up, definitely makes sense, unless they have him saved for some other promo coming soon. And then we have the specialist. Now, I don't know if they're going to end up doing a punt return, but if they do, I'm going with Seth Roberts. And then, of course, the punter and the kicker. You guys see Dixon and Fairbarn? I think it's Fairbarn. And, of course, the third wide receiver, which usually is going to be a special teams guy, I think is going to be Patterson. So, going to be kind of interesting to see exactly what they want to do with that. But those are my Team of the Year predictions, guys. Remember, I don't think they'll be doing any players that will be receiving, Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, MVP, Comeback Player of the Year. Andrew Luck was another quarterback that I could have gone with, but I decided to go against that because I think he might win Comeback Player of the Year. So keep that in mind when you guys are going through here. Also, if someone already has like a 93 overall card or a 94, some 93s, if they're played really, really good, like Adrian Amos, I know already has that Team of the Week boss, but I think he might get upgraded to a 95, 96, one of the higher overall defensive guys. If someone has around a 93 or 94, they might not end up getting an upgrade. I also was going to have J.J. Watt on here until he just got the limited time card. So there was a lot of changes I had to make to this list, but I hope you guys did enjoy the video, and if you did, smack the like button, subscribe and comment. Let me know down below your guys' opinions on who you think will end up getting a Team of the Year card. Of course, the Team of the Year promo should be released around, I want to say, December 20th, December 21st, somewhere around there. So the Team of the Year promo, in my opinion, is probably like one of the best promos all year long, and I cannot wait for that. Thank you guys very, very much for 55,000 subscribers. If you're not already subbed to the channel, hit the sub button and smack the like button down below. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time.